Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of that Respect the Combat podcast, episode 248. Welcome back. We know that it's been a little rough the last couple of weeks. We know that it's been a little rough for everybody. I mean, for me, definitely, it's been a little rough. You're probably wondering why I'm looking up and not looking at my camera. Well, that's because my laptop screen decided to go black this week. So I have it connected to my desktop screen. So I'm looking at my desktop screen. So if it looks like I'm not looking at you all, I'm sorry. All right? Blame Apple. Damn technology. Anyway, Donace, how are you doing today?
At least I'm not the one that's gonna rage out. At least I think so today.
Oh God. I didn't really see any topics that would make me rage out. What do you mean?
Not you, Trico.
Okay. Oh, wait, what's on the topics that's gonna make Trico rage out? Hold on. Trico, why are you triggered?
We'll get to that in a minute. But other
King of the Ring.
King of the Ring. Oh.
Yeah. Besides that, it's World Cup season.
Yes, it is.
Hey, it could be worse. And I'm gonna save and do a plug for you, Paul, because I know he's gonna talk about it tomorrow. Because freaking, yes, we know Danhausen and Obo were involved with Game 3, but did it really have to be centered around Donald Trump for a freaking riot in New York City?
Oh my God! Why you got to bring out the Sleepy Don?
I didn't bring. Can we not talk about politics today? I was actually.
That's you tomorrow. That's you tomorrow.
I don't want to tomorrow. I might just skip it because I don't want to talk about it.
I know.
I'm tired of talking about the Trump. Anyway.
Well, we might go be talking about it soon because we got the UFC at the White House on Sunday.
Okay, enough about Mr. Trump. All right, we have someone way more important on this podcast right now. we have someone way more important. The most successful man in professional wrestling.
It's me, Carson.
He is currently signed to the NWA, as seen on NWA JCP, NWA Chicago, NWA WLW, Dog Pound Championship Wrestling, any other promotions around the country. He's the current NWA JCP heavyweight champion. He's a former WLW heavyweight champion, and he's a former NWA television champion. Mr. Carson Gray. How are you doing today?
It's me.
How are you doing today, brother?
I can't have a bad day.
That's awesome, dude. Thank you so much for being on here today.
You're welcome. I know it's a huge honor.
Yes, it's a very big honor. Very big honor having you on here. I know you've been having a very busy schedule. Just got back from Atlanta doing some NWA tapings. You didn't look too pleased about that when I said that.
I don't like Atlanta in general.
Oh, well, yeah, I get it. Atlanta's kind of terrible. Don't you agree, Donace?
No comment, because I lived there for like 3 years.
Yeah, exactly.
And he agrees.
We never really had any good stories about it.
I actively searched out Waymos when we were Ubering places so that I didn't have to meet people that lived in Atlanta.
Oh my God, that's great. With all that being said, gentlemen, are you ready to hop into these mainstream highlights? Seems like we don't really got all that much today.
Yeah.
Wednesday. But
let's do it.
Let's hop into these. Shouldn't take too long to go through. Mercedes Moné has officially returned to AEW after 5 months off and now is in the second round of the Owen Hart tournament. So this takes away the rumors. She is not pregnant. Definitely not pregnant, seeing that she just wrestled, and you can't really wrestle when you have a baby in you. That's
Can't
dangerous.
really wrestle anyway, but whatever.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh wow, we're starting early. Okay.
And it wasn't even you or Irving, Eric.
It was. Yeah, I'm usually the one talking shit about Monet. Damn. I mean,
no, it's usually Irving.
I mean, he's
You're
not
chill
wrong.
about it.
I mean, she's been. I mean, I'm not. Look, she's been NW. Oh, not NWA. Fuck no. She's been AEW now for 2 years.
Yeah, about 2.
How many times has she successfully hit her finisher without botching it?
How many since she left WWE? How many times has she done it?
How many times has she done it? Quite a few. How many times has she done it correctly? Maybe twice.
Yeah, and like, and I think I was watching an interview a few days ago where the more complicated the finisher, the more complicated the move, the more likely it's not going to look good.
Yeah, like you always want to keep it simple, and I don't understand all these people that try to overcomplicate shit, and it's always an AEW. It's always an AEW. Well, this is what happens when your owner's a mark and sniffs a lot of white snow. Anyway,
Oh my gosh!
the men's
Thank
final.
goodness Monkey's not here.
The men's final will officially be on the 10th. It will be Will Ospreay versus the winner of Swerve Strickland and Brody King.
It'll get made official tonight.
Oh, I'm going with Swerve.
I think it's going to end up being Swerve. I think they're going to
Yeah.
Swerve. And then I think Will's going to end up winning the whole thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's Will, or they're going to be dumb enough to run the Callum match earlier than they should.
Yeah.
And that brings me to All In. So everybody's saying it's either going to be Will versus MJF or Will versus Kenny.
They have too many pay-per-views coming up. That's why I'm like, Kenny's getting the one in Canada. That'll shut in Canada. If MJF is cleared, which I know we're going to get to in a bit.
Well, that's actually what I was about to say. Like, how serious is his injury?
They said it was like some random knee injury he's going through right now.
I mean, I saw the spot that they said the injury happened on, and I'm just kind of trying to like figure out what, like, because it was a knee injury, but it was on a drop kick. Like, did he fall on his knee or stuff? Like, I'm just trying to figure out how the injury happened.
Yeah.
Maybe he hyperextended it. I don't know.
Him, Alicia, or AEW released a statement, then we'll know more. But until then, it's up in the air.
Yeah, definitely.
And ignore the dirt sheets as much as possible.
Yep. And after, hopefully, third time's the charm, Money in the Bank has been rescheduled again for October. What the fuck? What? Wasn't this supposed to be the pay-per-view of the summer? Now it's the pay-per-view of Halloween.
And it's wrestling's equivalent to GTA 6 at this point.
I mean, actually, that is a pretty good comparison, seeing how many times GTA 6's release date has been pushed back. I don't know, I understand like the reasoning why it ended up getting pushed back, but I mean, to each their own, I guess. Now,
yeah, and I know it's a weird concept to book around, but because I know they're not going to have Roman or Cody drop the title just because of the briefcase,
right?
But still,
I don't know. I think New Orleans is just getting screwed over every time. New Orleans like it just getting screwed.
We're not going to talk about that right now, but I feel you.
And what was this next? I literally just had it in my head. For the TNA granted the releases of Steve Macklin and Mila Grace just weeks before Slammiversary. Now, Mila Grace I heard about last week. I think I heard about it on Thursday that she was granted her release. But Macklin, that one shocked me. Now, I've read further that the reason why he requested his release was due to creative frustrations with the company.
Yeah, that's what I read too.
Almost makes me wonder if 3 weeks ago when he called Carlos Silva a cuck, if he actually meant it.
Probably did, and more of those feelings probably came out when he was told. No, when he was told they weren't going to go public with the information, and then release a press release saying,
"Oh, he was mad."
I know.
Oh, he was big mad. Yeah.
I could easily see him going to ROH with his wife.
I mean, I can think of another company that he might be able to work for.
Oh yeah, for sure.
A way better company.
I know you guys do, but I'm just going to throw that out there so people will shut up about it.
If you happen to be listening, if you want to maybe possibly work for the National Wrestling Alliance, I know a guy. Call me. It's 614-584-6501. All right. Now,
okay, I hope that wasn't your personal number you just put out there and doxed yourself.
Well, we'll see.
Oh my gosh.
So,
this fool.
For the first time, WWE will be having a Sunday night main event instead of a Saturday night main event. Do you have the location? Because you didn't write it down here.
Atlanta.
Of course, it's in Atlanta. Why all y'all keep going back to Atlanta? Too hot there, too muggy, and way high possibility of getting shot.
It's definitely
Okay.
muggy when you're walking down the streets of Atlanta.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry, Todd. You literally never told me one good story of when you lived in Atlanta.
We're gonna move on before I get PTSD. Other than
See,
the other thing that I'm going through right
don't
now.
get PTSD from somewhere that you enjoy living.
Well, all I'm gonna say is that they better have a good card on that show, because we got they're gonna be in Madison Square Garden in July, where they're gonna have no actual pay-per-view. So at the same time in September, you don't have no actual pay-per-view there. So you must have a good show between July and September's Saturday Saturday's main event.
Oh yeah, 100%. Now,
Yeah.
someone else who currently isn't medically cleared going into the summer pay-per-view schedule is R-Truth. Now, they're still saying that there is no timeline of when he'll be back. So, like, are they going to drop the tag titles and then there's going to be new champions crowned? Like, usually when these situations happen, they usually, drop the titles. Unless your name is Paul Heyman, then you can call the Horseman rule in.
Which that I thought was gonna get blown up in their face, but they might just drop him with Seth and Tez.
Well, I mean, who's the stand-in partner right now? Keys?
I know they're doing that match, Logan and Braun versus Seth and Tez, because I built that on Monday.
Well, no. I'm
not Logan in theory.
No, I'm not talking about the world tag titles. I'm talking about the WWE tag titles, the ones that Truth and Priest have.
It might be Keys, but Keys has got a 4-way for the King of the Ring on Friday.
Who the
Why are we
fuck is
talking
booking-
about guys who make less money than me? Let's talk about me.
He does have a point. He actually does have a point. You know what, Lex? I was gonna say they're
Who cares about tag teams?
Yeah, they're booking recently.
Fair.
And yeah, what happened to the damn rumor they talk about? Oh, they're gonna bring Enzo and Cass back. How you doing?
Oh my gosh. I really don't want to go into that right now.
We're gonna move on now. So, Carson, now over the years you have actually played around with your look a bit, and I have had the pleasure of finding this out through archived Exodus footage. I never knew when I first met you. As you see, I cut off all my hair. I never knew that your hair was as long as mine. I never knew that. And then it was the second Exodus show. I'm like, looking through the footage. First person pops up, you, and I'm like, wait, hold on. I'm like, is that? And so what? I've always wondered this. What exactly made you make the decision to, I guess, change your look up?
Well, first thing, what's crazy is that not a lot of people can pull off the short and long hair look. I was able to do both.
Yes.
I cut off the long hair. Gosh, I'm trying to think why I did it. I legitimately think I just decided to do it.
Okay.
Gosh, I don't think there was an actual reason for that. I'm pretty sure it was just like a random Wednesday. And I decided that it would look better if it was shorter. And a bunch of people I know told me, don't cut it. And I said, not your hair. So,
Right.
But I look great.
Yes, no, your hair looks amazing. I was going to say.
I was about to ask that because I've heard stories of like people even having to run getting tattoos through the company management because of like merch and promotional material. Did you run that through anybody, or was it just? I feel like
it by anybody at the time. Yeah.
Damn. So you just said fuck it and just went for it.
Part of my problem was on camera, it would cover up my face if it was hanging over.
Oh yeah.
And this is where everything is made. All the money is made from this. So I guess that went into part of the decision.
Okay. No, that
But
makes complete sense. Now, Donnaise, I know you said you had a question for him if you wanted to ask yours.
Okay. And this is just from me watching a lot of Power and Exodus recently, and identifying your how important is it to establish yourself, even though you are a part of a faction right now.
part of
How
the
important
faction,
the Federation,
the
but
Federation of Champ, I'm the leader of it.
right, a part of the Federation, but how important is it to establish yourself as an individual, as a character? Because as much as I've been watching the NWA, and I'll put you over a little bit because
Hard not
one of
to.
the characters outside of the ones that were already established through TNA, WWE, etc., like one that jumped out to me was you because I'm like just from presentation and personality. So how important for somebody starting or just out there to get themselves over as an individual versus get their character over as an individual, I should say.
Well, I don't want to give advice to anybody because I don't want anyone to attempt to get ahead of me. But what I will say, not that they could, what I will say, in my case, I think it's the most important thing you can do. The proof is in the proverbial pudding. You have so many guys on so many indie shows who are absolute nobodies. Nobody knows who they are. They go out and wrestle and they come back. You don't remember their name, but I can guarantee you that any show I've ever been on, and now NWA, every episode I'm on, I'm one of the main, if not the guy you remember from the episode. and it's and you remember the laugh, you remember how handsome I am, you remember how charismatic I am, you remember how athletic I am. So to establish yourself as an individual, I think is the most important thing you can do. Uh, Minus being the slime balls who may just be the greatest tag team in the NWA, if not wrestling today. They've established themselves as a unit. That's besides the point.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. So, speaking about the Federation of Champions and now moving into your relationship with Aaron Stevens, what initially made you want to go down that path with Aaron? Because if we go back a few months when he was initially approaching you, you seemed completely against it at first.
Wasn't against it. You have to figure out all the details. What did draw me towards him is how much money he's made in wrestling. And I think a lot of people forget that that's the goal. I don't care how good of a wrestler you are. I make more money than you. Therefore, I am better than you. That is how my mindset works. That's also how Aaron's mindset works. So from that perspective, he's done it all. So why not go to somebody who's done it all, who makes more money than everybody else, who has done things outside of wrestling, like acting, commercial work, TV work. I don't know if you guys have seen everything Aaron's done. It's
Yes.
great. Why not jump on that bandwagon and learn everything you can from, honestly, might be the best manager in wrestling today?
Oh, I
Right.
completely agree. I was going to say one of the main staples of NWA over the last few months has become the Federation of Champions. So,
Yes.
one question I was going to say, and I apologize if it's taken the wrong way. Slime balls have titles. Spencer has or Slade has a title. Mondo has a title. How long until we see Carson Drake with the title?
Well, to be Federation of Champions, it's not a little irritating. I will be NWA World Heavyweight Champion. But being in the Federation of Champions doesn't just mean that you have a belt or you have a title. Being in the Federation of Champions means that you're better than everybody else. Being a champion isn't just having a title. Being the most successful man in wrestling isn't just about I win every match, which by the way, I haven't been pinned in over 2.5 years. Fun fact. It's about being more successful than everybody in a monetary value. It's about being more successful in a life value. I haven't had a bad day in, I couldn't tell you when. Everything, it's weird. Everything goes my way. Me and Mondo have a bit of a joke called No Dips, where in every movie you watch a movie and the guy starts off happy, but then at some point he hits a part in the movie where everything goes downhill. I have not had that happen in years. I have not had a dip in my life. Everything continuously just goes up, and it's actually insane. And at some point, we're going to hit that up point of the NWA World Heavyweight Championship.
I was gonna say that. So yes, because I know every time you have a chance to say it, you always say you will be the NWA World's Heavyweight Champion, and I've even said to other people that have come on the podcast that also work for NWA, Brian, Natalia, Pete, Pretty Boy. I've told them all, like, you're usually one of the first people I say. I'm like, he's gonna have that title sooner than later.
Should be the first person you say, but that's okay, I guess.
No, I've always said Carson is an amazing talent. I genuinely think you're an amazing talent. You keep your body in great shape. You're a great wrestler. You're great on the mic. You're very charismatic. And you just have that look of, I mean, they always say, like how Vinnie Mac would be like, you have to have the look. Like, you have the look.
I know.
So, I mean, honestly, like, I know you're loving all of this. I know you love all of this. But
and this is the moment where I had to hope that Monkey takes over everything, because I know Eric put his foot in his mouth.
What do you mean I just put my foot in my mouth? What did I do now?
What didn't you say just now?
Okay.
Saying Carson was not the first person you thought of for the title.
Who? What? No, Carson was the next person in line that I believe will end up getting the championship. I mean that.
All right.
I've never said anyone else of who I. Okay, you know what? I know what you're trying to do here. You're trying to get me. You're trying to get Brian to flip on me now. I know what you're trying to do. Look, Brian would also be a great candidate as well. He has been putting in the work. He also looks amazing, and he has been upping his repertoire. He's great on the mic, has great charisma as well. Do I think he would be good as NWA World Heavyweight Champion? Yeah, he would. But I guess at this point, it really depends on who gets to it first.
Enough of me trolling you. We can move on from that, Eric.
I mean, you could try, but I'm just going to keep going.
I know, because I just had to bring it up because I was like, wait.
Right. Now, a bit more of a personal question. I've noticed that just because I follow you on social media, I also follow these other guys on social media, Dalton and Jack.
Yes.
How long have you known those guys? And I mean, overall, what would you say is one of the best qualities about them?
I've unfortunately known them for a few years now.
Oh, well, okay.
And at one point, as you saw, I had taken them into not the FOC, but I had taken them as, what would you call them? Lackeys, I suppose, muscle.
Yes.
And they decided against it. So at this point, they're dead to me. What I will say, the upside to Dalton and Jack, there's positives there. They could hide Easter eggs from themselves. That's a positive.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
That's exciting. That's exciting, of course. Sure, Dalton's big. He's in great shape. Jack, he doesn't have to pay for shampoo. That's fantastic, I guess. Other positives. There's so many, I guess I'm just lost for words.
No, I mean, he probably does save quite a bit of money, not having any hair, and you don't have to use any. I mean, I'm sure he does still have to get some wash for the mustache, but now one thing I've always wondered about, so you mentioned earlier that the Slime Balls are one of the best tag teams in the NWA, if not the best tag team currently in professional wrestling. Why doesn't Aaron like them? Or is it just like this secret thing of like he loves them, but like in public he has to act like he hates them? Because I get that.
In all honesty, I don't like them either, but it's a what's the relationship here? How do I
Enemy of
phrase
my
this?
enemy of my enemy.
No, no, no. They're definitely I hate to use the word dogs because I have dogs and I feel like that would be a disservice. But the slime balls are like two loyal dogs, and the only thing more valuable than being liked is trust and being loyal. So from day one, they jumped on my what is that called? Coattails.
Mm-hmm.
And at first I was against it, if you look back. But
Yes.
over time, I started to realize, wow, these guys are loyal to a fault. Coworkers, maybe beyond coworkers, maybe definitely wouldn't call them friends yet. Aaron hates them because I don't think he's gotten to know them like I have. They're as slimy on the outside as some people would say I am on the inside. But I think Aaron looks at them as lesser than dogs. I don't think he values the loyalty as much as I do. But that's
Right.
okay. That's okay.
No, I mean, I personally love them, and I think they've been doing some really great work in the NWA. I mean, you always have to show respects to the presidents of the United States tag team titles. I love that, by the way. I genuinely do. Anytime I get a chance to say it, I do.
I've almost given up on them in that aspect. I've tried to get them in suits. That went terribly. I've tried to get them hooked up with banks. I've tried to get them hooked up on so many things that would improve their quality of life, but
Hey, wait.
somehow they ruin it every time. And the presidents of the United States tag team titles thing, I hate it. I can't stand it. But if it's what gets them to continue holding those titles, so the FOC is the most powerful and successful group in the NWA, then I guess I'm just going to have to let it slide.
Right now, no banks. Wait, so how did they get? Wait, how did they get paid? Like, do they like? Is it like olden time? Like they get mailed a check, or like do they get
Um,
like a delivery pigeon?
Oh
so
my
their co-
gosh.
so their contracts were signed over to Aaron, so he receives, and this is all public knowledge. We've talked about it. Their money gets sent over to Aaron. Aaron gives them a cut. He doesn't. But their money gets sent over to Aaron because it's kind of like a finder's fee, if you know what I'm talking about.
Wait. Then how did they pay their bills?
They don't have bills. That's part of the problem. Is I tried to get them set up with all this stuff. I don't know where they live. I know they live. They keep saying Slimeball City. I can't find it on a map, but it's fine. I don't know where they live. I don't care where they live as long as they get to the show and keep the NWA US Tag Team Championships. I don't care where they're at.
Oh God. I was gonna say, like, I'm kind of worried there for a second. I'm like, wait, they don't have banks, so like that means they're not able to get paid. If they can't get paid, how are they paying the bill? Okay, well, this makes
No, when they
sense.
when they signed their contracts, they signed the rights over to it to Aaron. So Aaron gets that, and in turn, they get to learn and be in the group.
So basically, they're paying. Okay, I get you now.
It's experience bucks. Every wrestler needs experience bucks.
I get exactly what you're saying. I do.
Eric, you're just gonna confuse yourself, man.
I'm already beyond that. Now, explain to us about Lockjaw a little bit. So I remember that he was brought in at 77. It was a favor
Yeah,
to the family. They asked you to bring your cousin in.
yeah,
So
yeah.
how has that been going?
He's not. It's not the worst. So my aunt Linda and my uncle Vince, they own some stuff up in Wisconsin. That's where they live.
Okay.
Not as fruitful as my side of the family, but that's okay. But I got a call, and she's telling me that she wants my cousin to get involved. He wants to get involved. He's really passionate about wrestling. And then she starts threatening that if I don't help him out, then she's going to take away. There's a cabin up in Wisconsin. It's whatever. She's going to take that away. We can't use it, etc. And I say, okay, fine. I'll get him. I'll get him hooked up. I'll try to get him a spot. I can't promise anything else. He comes in clearly strong and silent type. He's been weird since he's my cousin. So he's been weird since I've known him, and I probably met him when I was 8. So since then until now, I don't think I've ever heard him talk. He's I like him more than the slime balls. I don't like anybody in my family particularly that much, but I will say I could see him as NWA World Television Champion easily. I could see that happening. Maybe if he, started talking more and being a little bit more expressive, he'd get more opportunities, but that's not for me to say. I kind of just let him do his thing.
Right.
Whenever we're at the show, we have our own locker room, the FOC. He changes somewhere. He's not in the room with us. He changes somewhere. I don't know where he changes at, but all I know is that when it's time to go through the curtain, he shows up. And when he shows up with a Terminator-esque vibe to him.
He does, yes.
So as long as he keeps doing that, I don't care.
Right. It's like as long as you're doing your job, that's all that matters.
What kills me is that I know he has money because I know what my side that side of the family's finances are like. And I hate the fact that he doesn't show up to the show in a suit. He doesn't show up in a first class. He's a little more down to earth. I hate it, but you get used to it. He's family, so as long as he keeps doing his job, I suppose it's fine.
Right. No, that makes complete sense. Don Ace, you look like you wanted to ask something.
I I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
And
Family business.
Yeah, it's always good to keep it in the family. So, one final question that we have that we usually always end it off with, and then we'll hop into the rest of these other topics that we have, not too much. So, and Malcolm Muscle, don't come after me. So, you just got done with the show. It's about like 2 a.m. You're driving home. Where are you going to stop to grab a bite to eat?
I don't drive.
Oh, you don't drive. Oh, you're
don't
flying. Okay, so you get to go back to a hotel and stuff. Okay.
Yeah, I don't. Gosh, I mean, let me think what I did after the last. When we were in Atlanta, the word private plane gets thrown around a lot, but whatever time the show in Atlanta finished, I went straight to the airport. I got on a plane. I flew back home. Once I get back home, there's food on the plane. I have a very regimented diet. Obviously, with Mondo being in the group, he has everybody on a special. He's got everybody on special sauce and special meals and whatnot.
yes,
I don't know what I eat. I show up and food is there for me and I eat it. I think that night it was like a ribeye, sweet potato.
Nice.
There was some vodka I really enjoyed that was attached to it. But either way, uh, I don't deal with any of that. I don't have time, nor do I want to deal with any of that. My food, it's prepared for me. I just show up and I enjoy. Same thing here. We get everything delivered. This coffee I got this morning, I Ubered this. I'm not going to leave my house to go get coffee. I think it added like an extra $7 to Uber it. I don't care.
Damn. I wish I had that kind of spending money.
It's sweet, but it's hard work. A lot of people I think get on me because they say I'm some spoiled brat. Well, I don't understand how you can be mad at me because my parents were better than your parents. I don't understand that. People they constantly they'll say like daddy's money or whatever. First off, no, it's not. It's I don't know, my grandparents. So my grandparents were involved in inventing the barcode. as we know it today. So that built off into something, and then my parents built off into something. So just because my family works harder than yours, I'm the bad guy. I've never understood that.
No, you're completely right with saying that too. I mean, it's not your fault that they're just measly little peasants just doing their own little thing on their time.
Well, that's another thing. People ask me, why do you wrestle when if I'm wealthy? Because I can.
Because why the fuck not?
Because
Why
it's
not make more money?
funny. Here's the thing. I don't need to work. I haven't needed to work probably since I was born, but you start working at 18.
Mhm.
I've never needed to work. I do this because the original reason I started doing it. Okay, fun story. I was hanging out with some buddies, and we met a guy who said he was a wrestler, and he's telling us how he struggles. He misses weddings, he misses funerals, he doesn't pay his rent sometimes, whatever. And me and my buddies were making fun of him, just because that's ridiculous. Why are you doing something if you're not making any money at it? So I said, how funny would it be if I started wrestling and just started succeeding at it when I didn't struggle, when I don't have to struggle at all. And now I'm here, and there's so many guys and girls, I guess, that struggle and they can't pay their rent, or they're having a hard time paying off one of their cars. I don't know. Uh, and I'm killing it. And they're not. So that's why I started wrestling, kind of as a joke on that guy. But
Yeah.
but now we're here, and I'm making more money than anybody in the NWA. I'm more successful than anybody in professional wrestling right now. I would bet money on it, and I have a lot to bet on. Ugh,
Yeah, no, I
yeah.
mean, I was gonna say, the work you've been doing in NWA recently really has been amazing, and
The work the NWA has been doing is amazing in general. We just
yes,
got a TV deal with Comet. And
yes,
might I add, I don't remember the exact numbers, but we're 250,000 watching every Saturday. And then they watch again later that night. I think it might be more than 250,000. I don't think people understand you could live off $250,000, and we have more people than that.
mhm.
Mhm.
No, I
Ah,
mean, really, everything that the NWA has been doing lately has been absolutely amazing. I'm beyond grateful to be able to work for the company. It'll actually be a year now in August. It's crazy to say that. I've lasted longer than I thought I would. Um,
Yeah.
it's a really good learning process, and obviously been helping me a lot out with bills. And I mean, all the people I've gotten to meet, including Carson, and have actually gotten to like develop friendships with and relationships with. I mean, I don't know if I've reached the level of being able to call Carson a friend or not. An acquaintance, we'll call it, because I know he's very particular with his people.
yeah.
Um, but I mean, it's even gotten to the point now where like I've kind of fallen into the trenches a little bit. I've fallen into a diet. I've been going to the gym more regularly, fallen into line with what I'm putting into my body and what I'm eating. Just because now I want to try it. I mean, to me, wrestling looks fun. It looks like something that I feel like I can catch on to very quickly. And I'm now intrigued and I want to try. And honestly, it's just a fun time, really. I mean, just with all the different things that you could do, all the different people you could meet, some people that you kind of wish you didn't meet. And then, but I mean, I say it's all just a fun time. I mean, that's how I see it. It's just a really, really fun time, genuinely. Anyway,
Speaking of fun times, why don't we talk about the most fun show of the year that's coming up, by the way?
yes,
NWA 78 on July 25th
yes,
in
yes,
Philly.
All right.
I hate it's at the 2300 arena, the ECW arena. I personally hate ECW, but I love the arena.
yes. It's
Eh,
a very nice arena. 2300 arena is very nice. I'm working some stuff out so I could possibly make it out there just because I mean it's Philadelphia. I love Philadelphia. I've been there multiple times and I need me a good Philly cheesesteak. Like, it's gonna fall on a Saturday. That's my cheat day. So I mean, I'm on high carbs right now anyway, so I could eat all the bread I want. And so in my mind, I'm like, I need to get me a good Philly, but at the same time, like, I have been dying to actually work at NWA events since I started working for the company. So if I could have the opportunity to do it, it'd be great. I've always also wanted to work the 2300 arena because of all the history there. And I already know it's going to be a fun time. Like the anniversary show is always a fun time. And I mean, it's going to be in Philadelphia, and Carson's going to be there. Mondo's going to be there. Slade will be there. Aaron will be there. Pretty Boy will be there. CeeLo will be there. Thrill Billy, Natalia, Giselle, all of your favorite stars from the NWA will be there. Buy your tickets now at NWALiveEvents.com. They're actually moving quite quickly, so I would buy them sooner than later.
They moved fast last year. They're going to move twice as fast this year. I don't know exactly what I'm doing at NWA 78 yet, but I'm certain that when it comes out, everybody will be going crazy for it.
Oh, 100%. Anything that you touch is money. We know it.
Yep.
I'm like Midas, except for the negatives.
Yeah, exactly. Now, we do have New Japan Dominion coming up this week. It'll be headlined by a rematch between Callum Newman and Yoji Tsuji.
Yoda
Tsuji. Well, you have Yoji here.
Oh,
if it's Yoda Tsuji, why did you type Yoji?
Jesus.
You know I read it word for word. You know that's how my ADHD works.
Right.
Okay.
Brain fart.
Now, I'm not going to run through all this because I don't necessarily want to take up too much time on this stuff. But also, 2026 King and Queen of the Ring semis begin next week. Dom versus Obafemi. Rip Dominic Mysterio. And
not necessarily.
Nah, he's going to die. Even if Dom somehow comes out with the win, he's still going to die. We're talking about Obafemi. We're talking about Obafemi. Big ass Obafemi versus
I do agree with you.
Dominic Mysterio.
I do agree with you, but there's a former UFC heavyweight champion that Oba keeps calling out that could ruin that match.
Yes, I know that, but what I'm trying to say is whether he wins or loses, Dominic is still going to die.
So you think the winner of Friday's four-way is winning the entire damn thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Like, I don't see Dominic winning King of the Ring. And
He should not.
I don't think he's going to. I don't see him winning it.
Because I don't want to see a damn Judgment Day King and Queen of the Ring. That would be stupid.
Why are we getting Liv Morgan? Why is the Women's World Champion in the Queen of the Ring tournament?
I don't know. That's Triple H for that dumb shit. That dumb shit.
Okay, let me just be real with y'all.
See, both tournaments. WWE's writing is going.
King, Queen of the Ring right now. King is more focused on the bloodline and the vision. Am I right or am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong.
Correct.
And Queen of the Ring is honestly Judgment Day. Why are these tournaments focused right now, at least WWE, on factional BS? And then
screw the factional BS. Why do you have the Women's World Champion in the Queen of the Ring tournament?
Thank you.
Why is the Women's World Champion in the Queen of the Ring tournament when the whole point of the tournament is the winner gets a match against the Women's World Champion at SummerSlam? Why? Yep. Like, what is it? She's gonna win it and then just
she is not Rhea. And she has not defended that since Mania.
No. And
which is crazy.
It doesn't make sense to me. See, this is why I watch NWA more, because at least their storylines make sense.
You know what? Well, after I talked to Don Edge and seeing how the bracket is, it's either going to be Obafemi winning the tournament, or, and you might not like this one, or Jey Uso, and he faced Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam.
I mean, I could see that happening because I see that they're doing this whole thing where it looks like Jay's about to go on a heel arc.
That's why I said the King of the Ring was either Paul Heyman bullshit or freaking Bloodline 2.0, whatever.
Yeah.
But let's move away from that tournament level of crap to the AEW one, which, like you said...
Well, we already talked about that.
Talked about the men's, not the women.
Ooh, now we move
talked
towards
about
this
both.
Saturday. Uncommon.
Oh,
Bingo.
yes. We do have a brand new episode of NWA Power coming up on Saturday.
4 p.m.
Yes. Hold on. I got to pull up the fucking card here.
I
Something
can
that
tell
won't
you
give us a
one of the
migraine.
matches. I can tell you one of the matches that are happening this Saturday.
I was gonna say, you have a match this Saturday against Tyler Franks.
Myself and Aaron Stevens at ringside with Tyler Franks, and for some reason, Knox and Murdoch at ringside.
I was gonna say, I thought Murdoch retired.
Well, he's not wrestling, but I guess he's
Okay.
managing Tyler Franks now, which is what a huge drop off. I was the only person, by the way, that was probably happy that Trevor Murdoch retired.
Damn.
Everything he said in the ring, facts.
Oh Lord.
I mean, you're not wrong with what you're saying. I mean, I kind of figured that it was coming sooner than later with Trevor Murdoch retiring because I know he was getting up there in age. But he's right though. When your body tells you that you're not able to keep up anymore, then that's kind of when you need to take a step back.
I've wrestled Tyler Franks before, and frankly, last time it was tough. This time, though, I've gotten so much better that I have a slight feeling that I'm going to win this.
Oh, 100%. I already know that it's going to be another
yeah.
win on your book. And you said it's been, what, 2.5 years since you've been pinned?
Yeah.
I think it's only a matter of time before you're looking at a title shot. I mean, the accolades are there. You haven't been pinned in 2.5 years, which, no offense, Brian, love you, buddy, but you have now been pinned in 2 times in your last 2 matches by Silas Mason. So, unfortunately, I feel like it's time for you to maybe go to the back and give some other people a shot. Again, love you, buddy, no offense. And I personally think it might be Carson's time. I think it might be time for him to get a shot at the title.
I've been NWA World League Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, by the way. Harley Race's belt in general. If me and Harley Race were around at the same time, he probably wouldn't have been NWA World Champion as many times as he was. But that's whatever. Current NWA JCP Heavyweight Champion. I am running Tennessee.
Yes, you are, sir.
Gosh. NWA Crossfire. I'll be there in a few weeks as well.
You have a match against Hoodrich, right?
I do have a match against Hoodpour. He's the snake fella. And if there's one thing that I do respect, it's snakes. I know a couple. But you know, as good as he is, and he is probably one of the better at NWA Crossfire, I'm literally the best wrestler on earth. I get so high on being Carson Drake, it should be illegal.
Damn. Might be something you want to sell. You probably make some money off of it. I mean, listen, we got these influencers selling fucking bathwater. I don't see why you can't sell
Oh my gosh.
You never know.
I could do that.
Just blow a little bit into a glass bottle and be like, hey, Carson Drake inspiration, $20.
Enjoy rarefied air.
There you go. Oh shit. That could be a collaboration there.
Could be.
Possibly. Now.
And you would get like 5 cents a bottle. Is that?
We would jack the prices up.
I was gonna say he could probably sell it for like $15, $20 a bottle.
That's what I'm saying. Like $15, $20 for Carson, 5 cents for you.
Okay.
Eric.
Yeah, my finder's fee. Now, we do also have the NWA World Women's Tag Team titles on the line this week in a triple threat, as the Hex will defend against Pretty Empowered and Clara Carter and Haley J. I'm very excited for that match. And then we also, in junior heavyweight action, have Damian Fenrir taking on Bones, or he changed his name again. Why did he change his name again? Now he's Gilroy? Okay, how do you go from Gags the Gimp to Gilroy?
Don't ask questions.
What? No, I am allowed to ask these questions. Why is he now? Why is he now Gilroy, but he's still dressed like a gimp? I would assume that if he's going to have a normal name, then he's going to look normal.
Don't ask questions. That's all I'm gonna say.
I mean, I'm not
You're just gonna stress yourself out.
I've been questioning this all week. What the fuck do you mean?
That's what I'm saying.
This is for the number one contendership for the junior heavyweight title.
I believe so. Well, I'm not sure if it's number one contender match, but it's McCord is sending in either Bones or Gilroy, I guess his name is now, to go against Damian Fenrir.
Gotcha.
Yes. Which I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't Misery have a number one contendership to the NWA junior heavyweight title just looming currently?
I believe so.
He could, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because if I'm being honest, the only person in the FOC that scares me a little bit is Spencer Slade.
Yes. Yeah, I completely 100%.
I've seen him do stuff that I can't talk about. But what I will say, regardless of who gets in the ring with him, regardless of who is number one contender, regardless of who he defends the title against, he's going to dog walk him.
You're not wrong. I mean, that dude is, I don't want to necessarily say he's in his, well, I mean, he's in his prime 100%. Like, he's at a point in his career where, like, I just don't see a lot of people matching up with him. Like, he's ripped. He can toss people around like a fucking rag doll. He's got a ground game. That man,
he's got money.
And he can talk too. It's like, that's fucking money.
I don't know if you guys saw it. He recently just bought a
Corvette. Yes.
Yeah, it's a 50. That was a high purchase.
But yeah, I was gonna say, was that a Stingray?
I've never been a car guy personally. I have a couple, but I've never been big on. I've just never been a car guy. I've always been more of like a watch guy.
Okay.
But I remember him telling me how much that car cost, and I was like, that's a solid starter, like for his collection, solid starter car.
Oh yeah. No, it was a very nice Corvette. I'm pretty sure brand new 2026, right?
I think so.
Yeah. No, I mean, he's earned it. He has earned it. Like, not even just on NWA, but he's been dominating the indies too. Like, he's the current IWC Super Indie champion, and he's held on to that belt for almost a year now.
Well, who can beat him?
I really don't know. I'd say Andre the Giant, but he's dead.
Hey, yo.
I don't even think he'd be able to beat him. I think we'd have another Hulk Hogan moment. Instead, now it'd be Slade. Like, that man is just so strong. Like, him and Mondo just, oh my God. And that's another one I want to talk about real quick. Like, because his body, like, he posted a comparison photo a few hours ago. He has transformed, like, completely transformed his body over the last 2 years. He is completely unrecognized. Like, I remember when he first won the national heavyweight title, one of the top comments I kept seeing from people, is that Mikey from Spirit Squad? Like,
yes.
Like, people did not recognize him because of how good he looks. Like, the man is absolutely jacked. Like, he is a fucking machine, honestly. Like, his arms are huge, his pecs are huge, he's got like a fucking 8-pack going on. I can see why you all put him in charge of doing your meal plans.
Yeah.
We are the best looking group in professional wrestling today, probably
Hands
ever.
down.
I would undoubtedly also say that if you stack the FOC against any group in wrestling history and we had to fist fight, we're also winning.
Yes, I completely agree. Now, I only asked this because I've been seeing them. Was he able to get Tommy and Sage to agree to the meal plans, or are they?
Sage says he's put on about 20 pounds, and Tommy says he's lost about 20 pounds.
Well, that's good.
But they don't take the They don't take the shirts off, so I can't tell.
Right.
And I'm
But
not going to ask them to take their shirts off either.
it might be a little, yeah. No, I understand completely. Now, do you guys have any plans for adding any female talent to the
Absolutely
Echo
not. Not if I have my way about it.
Oh, wow, that was very quick. Okay.
Okay.
Uh, may I ask why?
Gosh, let me figure out a way to say this without being controversial. There could maybe be someone out there that would fit the bill for the Federation of Champions. But as of right now, they probably just shouldn't be in the group. There's no way for me to go about saying this without it being controversial, but they're just not as talented as I am. They're not as jacked as Mondo. They're not as crazy as Slimeball Sage. Although if Aaron, picks out somebody,
Mhm.
it's probably better to go with his best judgment.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, because we all know Aaron has the best sense of judgment, 100%, and his work speaks for itself. I mean, he brought all of you guys together, and since he's taken over managing for all of you guys, I have to admit your success has only been going up.
I've got one person that could fit the bill to be in the group, maybe a Kylie Page.
Mm.
Ooh.
Kylie Page would be good. What about her sister though?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay.
I don't know.
I was going to say, since you did mention about the fact that you're currently dominating Tennessee, you're now heading over to Crossfire, and it just so happens that the man you're facing on Saturday on Power is the current NWA Crossfire champion, Tyler Franks. Now, if you get a win over him on Saturday,
It would only make sense.
do you think then it's only right for you to get a title shot?
You know what? It would only make sense if I'm now number one contender.
Exactly. I mean, you beat the if you beat the Crossfire champion.
Let's take a look at this. I became NWA World League Wrestling Heavyweight Champion very, very soon after. I don't know if you saw this. They are now on TV in Missouri.
Yes, I saw that. They're now a part of CW St. Louis. Yeah,
I'm in the NWA, and now we get a Comet TV deal.
100%. And it's the first time we've been on TV in 30 plus years.
Not going to say the timeline adds up, but it does.
Oh, it 100% adds up. The NWA is in its strongest standing point ever, in my personal opinion. I think the product is doing well. The marketing is doing well. The website looks amazing, not to toot my own horn. And, and just everything is strong. Everything's moving forward very well. We have good cohesiveness amongst the roster and backstage. And I just think everything is just going to continue going up, 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 up. And it's going to get to a point where people are just going to be like, well, where the fuck did they come from? And it's like, we've been here the whole goddamn time. You just decided not to pay attention. And now there's a lot of more people paying attention. I mean, the other thing that's big about us being on Comet is that now we're not just limited to the United States. Now we're able to be seen in multiple different countries around the world. And it's amazing. Like my friends in Canada were not able to watch it before while I was on Roku. Now it's on Comet. They're able to watch it all the time. And I just love it. Like I just love all the progress that the company has been making over the last year. I love the fact that I get to be a part of it and get to watch it all happen from the back end. And I mean, overall, just working for the NWA is a fun time. Like, don't get me wrong, there are some days where it's just like, why the fuck am I here? But it's not even necessarily because of anyone in the company. It's just more so sometimes work gets overwhelming and you're just like, I want to get this over with so then I could not be overwhelmed anymore. And it just so happens to be like that sometimes. I know Carson doesn't understand how that feels, but
I don't. I show up and it's a great time, and then I leave and I'm still having a great time.
But I mean, overall, like it really is a fun time. The world of professional wrestling is interesting. That's the best way. That's the best way to put it, I think, in my mind. But I say a good interesting though. It's been a learning experience for sure. And the one thing I've taken away from it, honestly, the funniest thing, the wrestlers have a very weird obsession for Uncrustables. I don't know why.
I've never eaten one.
I wait, really?
Yeah, and I went to a private school,
Okay.
and Uncrustables were more for the kids who couldn't afford lunch, so I just never ate them.
Uncrustables
Okay.
are amazing.
I
I
guess
love them.
if you want to eat all those,
I
ultra
mean, that
processed carbs and
that's the other thing I've learned is that it's the processed food, and then like and then it's actually very high in carbs. I didn't realize how high in carbs it was, and then also very high in fat as well. Um, so I haven't been eating them as often,
that's
but
why you have all these people out there who, if they put on high heels, they'd strike oil. Like,
damn. Well, shit. No, I mean, don't get me wrong. I've been to a fair few shows where the help was taking more than the actual wrestlers and the talent and the producers, and I found that hilarious. And but I've seen some people that just treat it like gold. Like, not even gonna lie, like I remember back in December, he's probably gonna kill me for saying this, but Bougie, back in December, like or was it January? No, January was his first show when we were still at Treelawn. And we ended up bringing like a bunch of snacks, like, and I brought like all these Uncrustables and shit, and then EC3 ended up bringing like these honey buns and shit. As soon as that man saw the Uncrustables, he grabbed like 8 or like 10 and just ran. And that man, when it comes to Uncrustables, he is a fiend for them. And I find it hilarious. I mean, I remember Beretta, he was on here a couple of months ago, and he was telling me about how he was working as an extra for AEW, and he was over by catering, and all of a sudden Daniel Garcia just walks up and grabs like a dozen of them, like just 2 handfuls, and just walks away. And I'm like, what is it? Like, why like, is there something I don't know about these things that I need to be told? Why do you all love them so much? Like, not you particularly, but
obviously, well, the common trend there, if you see, is it's guys that are out of shape.
yes, you're right. What my question is,
They look like bags of milk.
that's true. I guess my question would be is that if Daniel Garcia is eating 12 Uncrustables a show, how is it that he is so skinny?
And let's relax on that. He's skinny fat.
Oh, well,
He's got Sage's physique, but taller. Maybe.
yes, he is.
Maybe.
Yes.
I completely agree. And I've even been learning, like, the difference between good carbs and bad carbs with the diet that I've been on. And like, one of the main problems, like a lot of people will do, is one, they don't do cheat days, and then 2,
I don't do cheat days.
you don't.
No.
So you don't do any type of takeaway days.
Why would I?
Well, I've read online that you have to, because if you don't, then it could fuck up your body's metabolism.
I've been eating the same meals every day for the past however long.
Right.
Breakfast is eggs and steak. Dinner is usually sweet potatoes and steak. Different cuts of steak, of course. Some days I guess the cheat day would be when I switch out ribeye for filet.
Okay. I mean, hey, it
But
counts because it would be considered a little bit higher in fat than a ribeye.
it's still, it still fits in with the macros. And then middle of the days,
Right.
you
I was
figure
gonna
it
say,
out.
yeah. Like, I was gonna say, I was at Mass Exodus a couple weeks ago, and it was on Saturday. That's usually my takeaway day. I ended up having wings, and then later that night I ate a burger, and it was like the first thing of wings I've had. It was like it was the one time during the month I do wings, and then that burger was the first time I've had like an actual like greasy burger in like a couple of months. But for the most part, I mean, usually my diet, like in the morning, I'll have a bowl of oatmeal with like some peanut butter and a banana, so then I have fiber and don't get constipated. Then for lunch, I usually either get Subway, a foot long turkey, or I'll go to Chipotle and I'll get their high fiber, high protein bowl, just because I'm allotted 230 grams of carbs a day. So I have a bit more of a window there with how many carbs I can eat a day. So if I was to have like, I don't know, if I was to do like 90 grams of carbs during lunch, it's not going to kill me and I'm not going to go over. So I do enjoy that. And then usually during dinner, I'll switch between like 93.7 ground beef and then just make them into little burgers and no buns. And then I'll usually do sweet potato fries and then cucumber or tilapia and protein spaghetti. It's honestly been fun. Like I genuinely now actually prefer eating this way. Like I have no more cravings for fast food. I have no more cravings for fried food. I actually can't really eat fried food all that much anymore because it messes with my stomach now. And I mean, I don't know. I wish people would just see the difference and eat cleaner because I've even noticed like a difference in my emotional state and my mental state and like everything since I've been eating cleaner. And it's like I didn't realize that one of the main reasons why like mentally I wasn't doing all that great was because I was putting shit in me. So I kind of wish a lot of other people would end up having that type of realization. But unfortunately nowadays, if you say that to someone, then they just say that you're fat phobic. But with all that being said, we're going to hit a few plugs here now before we hop off. Carson, is there anything you would like to plug besides all the other plugs that you've already gotten throughout the episode?
Well, I want to plug NWA on Comet TV every Saturday at 4 p.m. You've got NWA 78 coming up at the 2300 Arena. You can get tickets right now at nationalwrestlingalliance.com/tickets. My Instagram is Carson_Drake_. And you'll find so many more NWA links on there, merchandise. NWA, nationalwrestlingalliance.com/shop. You've got some events that haven't been announced yet, so never mind on that. But yeah, NWA every Saturday on Comet at 4 p.m. NWA 78 coming up. There's no reason not to go. It's the biggest show of the year.
100%. Yes. If you haven't already, like he just said, go to NWALiveEvents.com or NationalWrestlingAlliance.com/ticks. Buy your tickets right now for NWA 78. They're going to be moving fast, so buy them now before they are gone. Also, coming up on August 22nd, because I do believe, this is live because it's on the website. August 22nd, we will be returning to Tampa for another set of double TV tapings for NWA Power. Make sure you go and buy your tickets for that as well. Tickets are live for that as well. Go to NWALiveEvents.com. Also, go to NWAmerch.shop. Go buy your merch. Go buy his T-shirt. Go buy Mondo's T-shirt. Go buy
Slime Balls T-shirt. Highest.
Buy the Slime Balls T-shirt. I was going to say Slade, but for some reason, we don't got a shirt for him. We got to make that. We're going to get a Slade T-shirt, and then once Slade's T-shirt's on there, you're going to go buy it because I said so. Or else I'm going to call him, and then he's going to come to your house, and he's going to start manhandling you like he does to all the wrestlers on the roster.
Hey,
And is there anything else I missed? Also, make sure that you catch JCW Lunacy every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. Yes, I'm actually affiliated with them now. Anything else? Don A's, anything you want to plug?
I was going to say tomorrow, you poll, and I'm pretty sure Gang 3 and possibly 4 is going to be out there. And then
You almost made it the whole episode without talking about politics. God damn it.
Sorry. Monkey ain't here, so I'm going to try and plug his stuff.
I don't want to talk about... Okay, yeah, you poll tomorrow at 9 p.m.
And then, obviously, we're hopefully going to be back since WWE is back stateside with live UWO, but we'll see.
Yes.
Instead of the replays that Monkey's been doing and still on me about.
Yeah. Trico, anything you want to plug?
Like I mentioned before, it's World Cup season. We still got the NBA Finals going on. And make sure you follow for all my social media pages for all other content, including sports, movies, and television, and all entertainment good stuff.
All right, y'all. Well, as always, we appreciate you taking some time on your Wednesday to spend some time with us, and we will see you all next week.